believe we are live. Peoples.
Balcony.
You may want to restart because for some reason it wasn't recording your voices, but now it is.
Well, that's fine. We were just doing the recap for everybody, so.
All you listeners out there get nothing. Go listen to the other ones.
Basically, someone was getting attacked in a pub. Ta-da!
Basically.
Same
stuff as always.
So just another night.
So, Panama, what do you do?
Are you on top of me?
The tiefling has taken about a half step back, so they're not like right on top of you. And they put your hat on, and
I would love to see how that works.
So the horns come up like they're like traditional like devil horns. So it's kind of like the half cocked. You know, it's like on the back of the head. The brim is like poked up against like the horns. And the tiefling looks at you and says that's what you get for taking my name.
Borrowed.
Well, exactly. I'm just borrowing your hat.
Well, yeah, but you didn't have to jump from the second floor.
I saw an opportunity. I had to take it. Who are these people? Hello.
Sorry, I'll have to have Cat answer in a moment.
By the way, anyone, if you look into the NPCs, that is an image of the tiefling who is standing there.
With Panama's hat on the back of his head.
Yeah. They are very...
These fine people did not kick me off a boat when I first dropped in.
That says both everything and nothing.
Mimi is just like leering at you.
What?
I mean, did you try to sell their boat?
No, we were already in the middle of the water.
Mm-hmm. Well, hello everybody. My name is I am the real Nemia, not this fraudster.
Oh, come now.
So, if you're the real Nemia, who's this?
You've literally heard my name spoken every single day.
This is Panama. Just out of curiosity, the Mia just like sidles up at like the end of the table and is like, how much has he told you about himself?
I'm perhaps not the best person to ask.
Yeah, if we're gonna be honest, he's slightly inebriated at all times.
I resent that. I am heavily inebriated at all times.
Okay, how many of us are there right now?
Six? Oh, you were not asking out of character? I'm sorry, my bad.
Mia's eyes are like darting back and forth between you two. for a moment, and then Namia's gonna like look at you, Panama, and is gonna say, looking at this, proclaimed intoxicated ranger-looking person, and is gonna look at you and say, "Did you replace me?"
Does he look like a suitable replacement for you?
I'm not going to. I haven't even met him.
Exactly. Who else am I supposed to? Whose other tail am I supposed to hold?
My word, sir, you're a married man.
Anyway, that fella is Lockie.
Hello.
The brooding one over there is Cat.
Which one? I see two of them, and me is pointing between Flex and Cat.
Cat will, after a moment, just kind of lift one of his hands slightly in indication of his identity. I'm Cat.
The other one's a cop.
Why are you hanging out with a cop? And Flex is like, I'm not a cop.
He says that.
He does look like one.
He does, doesn't he?
If he was a legitimate cop, I'm pretty sure half the people in this party would already be in prison.
Flex looks away at that.
And this tiefling over here is Sasha.
Pleasure.
Hello.
Now, what were you saying about our friend not being our friend? Friend, I use loosely.
I'm not saying he's not your friend. I was just asking. What do you know about him?
We tend to be the sort of group that doesn't push if people don't want to.
They know I'm a librarian.
Like, do they know who you work for?
Mostly.
I'm just saying. The last time, listen. I'm just being upfront. If you guys hold your cards close to your chest, that's perfectly fine. I'm just saying it led to problems. I used to travel with Mr. Panama here, and sometimes he likes to withhold information that got us into trouble.
Oh, it was fun.
Oh yes, it was very fun.
Experienced this.
It was very fun whenever our friend almost drowned. Whenever you refused to tell us about a cursed dagger that he had on him.
I didn't know about the cursed dagger.
Yeah. I bet you have one on you right now, don't you?
This isn't about me. Anyway, and then the other shady-looking fella who's sitting a table away from us, don't know his name. But he doesn't like sitting with us for some reason. Also, he likes to wake up real early and prepare food without anyone watching.
Me is very confused by this and is just gonna just point blank say like, what does he like, Faye or something?
Probably.
Uh-huh.
Anywho, this is Namiya.
He seems exciting.
Oh, very exciting. By the way, what are you doing here?
I came looking for you, actually. I've traveled halfway across a dang continent looking for you.
I am both flattered and concerned.
Demi's gonna look each person at the table, and just this kind of like is just like looking you up and down, like make it like definitely not profiling, and is going to turn to back to Panama and in unaccented, perfect Sylvan is gonna say, so. Were you the one that killed the Archons, or what?
Imperfect Sylvan again. Okay, first off, rude. Does anyone else here speak Sylvan?
No.
Val does.
Val,
Well, you're
yes,
sitting
you
a
can
table
hear
away
this.
from us.
Val,
Anyway,
yes, you can hear it.
anyway, back on topic. First off, sir, rude. Second off, why would you think I would do something like that?
Just switching back into comments so people that aren't like outside of the conversation. Demi says, "I just authority figures go missing, are killed by some like unknown terrorist. I'm sorry that I assumed."
Okay, we don't do that without actual proof.
But they're bad people. What do you think? Like, have you met them?
No, therefore I cannot judge. All I get is hearsay.
Oh well. Wait, how long have you been here? Just
About
out of
3
curiosity.
DM, has it been 3 weeks?
I don't know.
About 3 weeks.
Hang on, I'm doing calendar math. It's been like it was on the boat, so
I think it's like 2.5.
yeah, we're in that range, under a month.
About 3 weeks.
Sounds about good. We'll go with that.
Yeah, exactly. How long have you been here? Did you do it?
No, I didn't do it.
Of course you didn't do it.
No,
Well, none of them are dragons, so I think.
no,
Hey, anyone here know if the Archons are secretly dragons?
no, they're not.
Was it secret? Why would we know it?
I don't know. Maybe hearsay, clumsiness on their part.
Anybody can be a dragon if they hear the right rumor.
So is that all you wanted to ask me?
No, mainly. Okay, so there appears to be like a lot going on. I was kind of away for a little bit, and then I was checking in on the newspaper, and there's just all these things about stars changing, and I don't know. I've noticed that magic has been like a little bit weird recently, and there's that city back in the Skada pretty much got like wiped off the face of the planet. And what is it? I knew you were like on like this place, and I just wanted to, I figured if you weren't the cause of it, at least you would know what was going on.
I'm not sure if I should be flattered or insulted at that.
Well, you followed the trouble. Am I wrong? Do you not know what's going on?
No, I don't. I have a vague idea.
Namia's looking at everybody else in the party.
So while they are talking, what is everybody else doing?
Lucky is drinking.
What is Locky drinking?
Beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Josh is sitting next to Loki and joining him because this seems
Entertaining.
like not my business.
Oh, all right.
We're not complex.
That's two people drinking beer and eating popcorn watching this. What's Flux doing?
Flex is confused and is just watching the conversation.
Because the player is totally not playing two different people at the time.
I mean, I'll make them talk to each other, but I don't want to subject y'all to do that.
That would give me a headache.
If it happened, I would like to hear this non-canonically at some point.
I already have a headache.
What is Catabasis doing?
Cat is just kind of watching. He's not sure if he should be keeping one hand near his weapons, or if he should just be entertained, or he's not sure what to think. But he has at least once fidgeted with his hood, which he has left at least partially up on his head. His face is still mostly visible, but it just seems like he's habitually just keeping his hood up because sketchy weird tiefling flies over the balcony and it causes interactions.
What is Val doing?
Sketching Namiya in his book, while also, especially since Escada was brought up again, listening very attentively to what they're talking about to see if it ties into anything I know.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So, Nemea and Panama, you guys can continue.
Did that conversation leave off again?
So what you're telling me is I traveled the halfway across the continent, and I came looking for answers, and I wanted to talk to you, and you're just going to just give me the cold shoulder about it. I know you know something.
The only thing I know is that this is some sketchy shit. And there's a lot of prophecies involved.
Yes. Wait. What prophecy are you talking about?
Did you hear about another prophecy?
Maybe.
Maybe. You know something I don't?
Well, I don't know. He's playing. They're playing. They're being coy, because you're not you're withholding information as well.
I'm actually not.
That's a lie.
There are some people here who know more than I do.
Oh yeah, like who?
That's for them to come forward. Anyway, regardless, do you want to share? Or would you prefer somewhere more private?
Yes, actually, come with me for a minute. There's something we need to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
I take whatever drink I had with me.
Do you two want to do that here for all of the audience, or do you want to go hide in whispers?
No, we're gonna go. We're just walking upstairs, and Nami's just gonna converse with Panama. We'll do it here.
Alright.
Val would also like to cast enhance ability on themselves to try to stealth up after them.
Give me a roll.
So, Cat's Grace, I have advantage on dexterity checks. Does that count for stealth?
You know what?
Yes.
Yes.
Dexterity is part of stealth. Good luck beating my passive.
That's a natural 20 plus 2 for 22.
DM, I leave that up to you because my passive is 24. He did roll a nat 20, but I leave that to you.
Alright, so before I make a decision on this, I want to ask the collective group right now. Technically, rules as written, nat 20s aren't like a thing when it comes to skill checks. Do we want to have nat 20s be a thing for skill checks?
Or do they just give a bonus when you get one, so it's not an automatic success? You just get a bonus to your roll.
I feel like this shouldn't be an automatic success, just depending on when it's, like, it feels right to the story, you know? Like, they could push you over the edge for something that's really hard, but it shouldn't be like an always win all the time, because some things are just impossible.
Yeah, I always
It's
look
like
at
a
it.
situational 20.
Yeah, it's like if you roll in that 20, it's like the best case scenario. It's not that like it's not like a success necessarily, but it's like
Yeah, it's like the best you can do at this ability,
Yep.
or at this attack, or movement.
Yeah,
or
like
whatever.
if you try to do a 50-foot long jump from one side of a cliff to another, a nat
But you're-
20 is going to catch you. I mean, you catch yourself on the way down, not that you're going to make it to the other side.
especially if you got them short little halfling legs. I mean, you can roll on that 20 all day, but I don't see you making that 50-foot jump on your own.
All right. So, we'll say that Belle, you think that you know you are sufficiently sneaky. Panama, I will say that you are aware that somebody is following you. You do not know who is at this moment.
Hmm. So where do we go?
we're going upstairs.
We're at upstairs.
Well, we're going up the stairs, and Namia's going to start talking to you. Listen, Panama. I've been in this place now for we're going on like close to 4 years. Like I don't know how things changed for you, but did you
Wait,
teleport?
you've been here for 4 years?
Yeah. Did you? I took the long way around. Did you teleport? I'm assuming you don't look much older.
Yeah, no, I just popped in.
Oh, well, you know time is funky there, so
Yeah.
so I walked through. I ended up. I guess I somehow beat you here by quite a
Yeah,
large margin.
Yeah, I'd call that. You definitely beat me here.
So there's somebody I want you to meet. A couple people. I met
Decent
somebody.
people, I hope.
Yes, I met somebody. It's well,
What happened to Alice?
you don't want to hear that story. We're going
That
to yeah, in long water way past the bridge.
No, that's right. It's been 4 years, huh?
Me nods.
Anyway, who are these people? Decent people, I hope.
Namia chuckles and says, "Yes." She's a druid, and she has some information for you. And then, what is it? Switching back into Sylvan, Namia's just going to say, "Dude, I hope you know that the hunt is coming."
I am well aware of it.
Okay.
I am unsure how to deal with it at the moment.
Uh-huh.
Especially considering I think this group may be targeted by it. So I'm hoping just being in vicinity of it will kind of deter it. But that's yet to be seen, so I'm trying to work something else out.
Well, that's interesting, because I have a little bit of conflicting information. We found out that it might be happening somewhere on Escada. Probably maybe one of the South Islands, not sure.
Whips out a map again to our current location.
The southern continent.
Ah.
You're currently in the northern continent, up in Paraxi. Escada is where you guys have just agreed to go back, though, to go find the tea set.
Oh. Okay.
Is that where you're headed?
Yeah. Any idea on a time frame?
I mean, it happens on midwinter.
Pulls up a calendar.
Was it like 2 months, 3 months?
Alright, so right now it is, I believe, the 19th of Damar. Each of the months have 28 days in it. In Evatoria. And so midwinter is in the from the 13th to the 15th of Janeiro, so you have like 3 months.
And travel time there is about a week.
A week by seafaring ship.
Okay.
Less
Okay,
by
well,
airship.
okay, well, that won't be for another 3 months. So, I mean, we'll be able to get in and out without too much issue, unless something major happens. Oh, God. I wasn't aware that it was going to be starting that soon, though.
Well, yeah, it's. I mean, it's you know, it's like their thing, you know, winter court, middle of winter. I mean,
Well, I mean, yeah, I understand that much, but I mean, like, I don't know. So something about this one just feels a little off.
yeah. So this is the part where So I would. Are we at the door yet, DM?
Yes, you arrive at the door.
This is the part where I'm going to need to change off this conversation, and Nimi is going to walk in the room. Wait a moment.
Okay, you walk in the room.
But Nimi gets the other person,
Okay.
and is going to go meet him at the door.
Okay. Nifty. Hanuma, what you see when the mayor opens the door again
Uh-huh.
is a woman who is obviously of dragon descent with long red hair. She's holding a child in her arms, and I've posted the pictures in the NPC info place.
Uh-huh.
Panama, this is my wife Doriri, our daughter Araneth, and she's the protector of a grove in Escada, and I think you two need to have a conversation about things involving the hunt.
Give her one look up and down. Very clear dragon, yes.
Yes.
Numi, let me see your head real quick.
I'm fine.
You sure?
I'm positive. This is my wonderful wife, and you know, things change, people change.
Well, it's lovely to meet you.
She looks to Nemeo. I thought he had companions. Where are they?
Well, apparently they're just as secretive as him. So I thought it would be best if we met up here, and then we can go have a conversation with them downstairs.
I wouldn't say more secretive.
Well, they obviously they don't. Never mind. I'm not getting into this. It's your business. This is you left. You have a new
Mr.
group
Panama,
now.
march downstairs and get your companions. We are going to not play this game. I do not have time to have repeat conversations. You go get all of them up here now.
I can see why you
Val heads downstairs.
landed with her.
I'm sorry, what does Val do?
Heads downstairs.
So everyone who's
Yo.
downstairs, you see Val come running back downstairs.
I merely lean over the railing to everyone and say, hey, come up here real quick.
I go immediately and I pull my sword because
Whoa, no, put the thing away, put the thing away.
Oh, yeah, I think Sasha stood up and pulled the sword, like, and Flux immediately, like, makes his table. He's like, he's ready to go.
No, put those things away, bad.
Flux yells up, what the hell is going on?
We're about to get some very need-to-know information.
Now that you've advertised it to the whole tavern. And Cat will get up and head up the stairs. As he goes, he gives Val an amused look. He's like,
I just used the loo.
What do they... I mean, what... Shouting at the taverns, like, what do they need to know? This is about a fucking wedding.
congratulations. Can we not announce it so that I think you're gonna die?
Not yet.
I love
with a
weddings.
certain
Drinks
level
all
of
around.
insanity.
I'm unlucky. We're growing up. And I'll grab Lucky and pull him along with me.
Cat's taken the lead. At this point, he's just done with the yelling.
So you all go upstairs and you see the woman and the child that I've posted as well. With Nemea.
Cat
And
gives a small nod.
I'm assuming you all go into their room because you guys need someplace private to speak anyway.
Yeah, and as soon as everyone's inside, I'll close the door and lock it and just kind of stand right in front of it.
This is a very strange wedding.
I imagine it was.
It was very nice, thank you. Now, listen. Hello, new friends. This is my wife, Doriri, and what is it? We came across some interesting information, and I know you say you want to keep your cards close to your chest and all of that, but I know you're somehow wrapped up into the middle of this because he's with you. So
Okay, rude.
well, either way.
Middle of what?
There have been strange happenings with the town getting wiped off of the map, and strange happenings with the stars around the eclipse, and there's the talks amongst the druids that the wild hunt is coming back.
The what?
A very bad thing. Well, it's debatable on bad. It really
not
depends.
Good.
No, it's not good. Not for normal people.
Can I get an explanation on what this is then, other than a hunt that is not good?
Well,
The
you
Fae.
see, the thing about this hunt is that it's a Fae hunt, or a hunt held by the Fae.
Oh.
And normally, what they do is they track down great evils in the world to hunt them down. Not so bad. But they keep going until the great evil is stopped. And if you
Right.
just so happen to be in the way of it, you will get swept up in the hunt. Kind of like mind control, but not really.
Oh great, we get to be pawns for some great powerful entity, while trying to deal with everything else if we try to keep doing what we're supposed to be doing.
I mean, to be fair, some of us here do serve gods, so I mean,
I was trying to keep that part out.
Hard,
It's
but-
it's okay. I'm I'm religious, but I wouldn't say I don't think anybody that you know.
If you're from where this one is, and he jabs his thumb towards Panama, like, I could believe that.
I mean, at
So
least
let
they.
me get this. Let me get this straight before Panama starts talking circles and frustrating people.
Well, I was about to get to the side effects.
Mia laughs.
We'll get to side effects after we deal with the major issue.
Well, the major
So-
issue is kind of the hunt.
Can I speak without you getting in the way?
Go for it.
Thank you. So let me get this straight. We're running around trying to juggle collecting something for some person that I don't know. The others do. Trying to deal with antics involving some entity named Caneth, who's apparently decimating places. Trying to deal with issues with deities on top of it all. And now we're potentially getting swept up in some Feywild hunt across our plane of existence while they're hunting down some great evil that could be the same thing we're potentially trying to deal with. And if we get involved, we just get swept up in it where we're probably not getting out of it alive. Or at least not as ourselves. Is that right? Did I actually understand this right?
Paranoia, insomnia, mental nightmares,
Oh, my life.
vomiting, possible death.
Wow, it just sounds like every other day of the week.
That sounds.
Have you tried seeing a doctor?
We're not getting into that discussion. Alright, go ahead and continue now that we've laid that down.
The funny thing about fate is that it all kind of winds itself together. And I think that all of these, you seem very frustrated, and it is completely understandable. But I think it's all tied in together.
Oh, go figure. I never would have guessed that.
Oh, well, fuck me, I guess.
No. Oh, so, if everything's tied together and connected, what do we do?
Honestly, right now, the best we can. Because, I mean, there's really no way that I am immediately aware of to defend against the wild hunt. As far as everything else, like, I mean, that's going to be that'll be case by case.
Everything's
But-
woven together and connected, such as your companion implied?
Essentially.
Listen, I came here looking for answers. I thought maybe you guys might know what the heck was going on, but I can see that you guys are just as much in the dark as I am.
Yeah, it feels weird.
Welcome to life after the plague, where everything is gone to pot.
I mean, I'd imagine that's anywhere after a plague.
Cat just kind of dismisses that statement, and he glances at Lockie and Sasha and Flux. He's like, "Do you three have any information that I might not have, considering I'm the newest one in the group, other than he gestures towards Vel?"
Nothing I can think of.
I think you're pretty much to speed, other than maybe a couple small things. But other than that, you have the big strokes.
The small things include randomly bringing me along on a temple dive that led to whatever the hell we got into.
No, and I'm sorry. I did warn you. You might see some things.
Yeah, that wasn't exactly what I thought you were implying. Anyway. Alright. I'll stop griping for now and I'll just listen.
are strange things happening. From what I have been told by a friend of mine who works more with the Fae than I do. The moon gates, I don't know how familiar any of you are with them. She says, resting her vision between Panama and Vel. But they are controlled portals between the Feywild and Evatoria, often under protection of a druid of that area.
Can they open up anywhere?
The moon gates, no, but there has been rumors of tears for years. And from one of the things that I have been told by people I have worked with is that there has been an increase of these little holes between the Feywild and here.
That's not good. Which could explain what happened on the eclipse.
The only thing I know that happened on the eclipse is there was a shift in the constellations. What are you referencing?
Something having to do with the wild hunt. Me and Cat here. We're chasing someone down who escaped through a Terran reality into the Feywild.
What does your Fey friend say about that?
that whoever did it blocked their path because I got shunted back to my own home. So whoever was there definitely didn't want to be followed. Which, given what they did, is understandable.
I wish we had more information to give you. We were hoping you had more to share as well.
I've only been to 3 islands.
Tell them what
They're
was
small.
the story when we went to the mountains, when we saw I forget the name of the place. You told a story about the great dragon. What was can you remind me again?
Are you sure?
It seemed like it might be connected. And I fear if they're just as much in the dark as we are, then any information is good to at least help them on the way.
Is the DM stalling? Because I'm trying to find where I have that information written down so I can give it accurately. So she starts to look through her bag to see if she can find some information so the DM can stall. Have a little bit of conversation quick.
What's Vel been doing throughout this whole conversation?
Sketching.
Totally not suspicious.
Looking very uncomfortable.
Yeah, the tiefling is watching you.
That,
So where's the wedding?
Apparently, it was 4 years ago.
Well, it was not that long ago, but yes.
We're a bit
I'm
late,
afraid.
I think.
Oh yes, I'm very sorry.
We could have another party for you if you would like.
Sounds good.
Oh yes, if you guys are planning on coming to Escada, you guys are welcome to come to the Grove. It's very magical.
I would hope so. It's a grove. Nothing like it, huh?
No, nothing like it. Panama, I have a tangential topic to ask you.
Yeah,
Have you noticed that like magic is kind of funky here?
absolutely. My pocket watch is broken twice so far.
Oh what?
Yeah, no, right?
Oh here, hand it over here.
Oh no, I've been doing my own repairs.
Oh, all right.
So she pulls out a piece of paper with what looks like a map and a sketch. If you look in the maps, you scroll up 3 spots to something I posted on the 7-4 of this year. There's what looks like a dragon skeleton with a city built into it. There's a sketch of that. She hands the map and the sketch to Panama. This is a map to take you over the mountains in the east of Eremiria. And it's got a letter attached that says I have who I am and that I'm vouching for you. That is a village populated by those such as myself. The story that my spouse is talking about is a long time ago, even long by dragon standards, there was a great evil that fell across all of Evatoria. There were many strange portals to and from this world to many different places, and we were often ravaged by those who were much more advanced than us. Shadows fell across the land, and most of the old world and civilizations fell to this darkness. Working with a tricky fae, and I don't know any more than that, that's just who they were always said in the stories. Our great mother dragon found a way to close the portals, but it came at a dear cost. And she found herself weakened, and the world was still full of creatures bent on the destruction of those like myself. She fought a great battle, and she gave up her life, and that's where my kin make their home there. It is said that she blessed that land to always protect those who even have a drop of dragon's blood in them. And with the tears and strange beings coming through, I fear something is coming, much akin to the fairy tales of old. And I know I've been told that you like lore and stories. And I know within that village there are stories from the dragons that are not found anywhere else. So that is a gift to you.
Well, I'd say that's greatly appreciated. I'm gonna have to work on a gift myself now, because I mean, it just feels wrong to just accept this without doing anything in return.
You owe us nothing, Panama. After everything, it's the least that we could do. And, I'm sorry that we couldn't offer any more. We came here looking for answers, primarily, but it seems like we may be giving you some. But you see what I'm saying, right? The Fey stuff, portals, great evil.
Yeah, shit's whack.
The only gift you can give us is to help protect the world for our daughter.
Well, now I feel kind of obligated to do it.
Nemea, you know she very specifically said that on purpose.
He's trying to keep a straight face.
He knows. He knows how Panama is. So
He did warn her as well. She turns to the rest of the group. We have gifts for all of you.
Yes, something to help you in your travels.
Would you like to hand them out?
Ooh, presents.
Yes, presents. I'm finding my list because I thought about this. Hang on, got slightly buried. All right, so let's see, who first? All right, was it Nemi's going to go up to Sasha first? And was it Nemi's wearing like this? It looks like a very well worn bag of holding. And what kind of weapon does Sasha use?
Just a longsword.
Longsword. Okay, so
Yeah.
Nemea like fumbles around in the bag of holding for a little bit and is like looking you up and down and say, "Forgive me. Are you religious? You look like the paladin fighter sort."
I am, yes.
Okay, so they're gonna pull out a longsword and say that this thing is called a weapon of resurgence. It is magical, so you don't have to worry about if when you're fighting Fae. Sometimes they're resistant to mundane weapons, but this one is special. If you are a person of faith, what is it? When you do the when you like tap people and like you heal them, this thing will give you back some of those points.
This is far too much, honestly.
No,
Can't accept this.
you must. The things that you people are undertaking is great, and
I accept it with the greatest gratitude. This is beautiful.
And like I said, the only thing with that one is I'm not sure who it's dedicated to, so maybe bring it to a temple first and make sure that everything's like lined up correctly.
An excellent idea. I will keep it under consideration. Just... do I have a quick, I don't have Identify. I'm gonna cast a quick Detect Magic on this thing just because it tells me the type of magic. And I want to know if it's necromancy.
No, it wouldn't be necromancy.
Wrong
If
play.
anything, If anything, I don't know if it's like divine magic. I would imagine like evocation because like it. So
Yeah, evocation or abjuration, probably something like that. But like, it roughly in the ballpark of what you're telling me, and not cursed.
yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, it's on the level.
Cool. Just making sure.
No, of course. Yeah, this strange
I
tiefling is just like
trust
giving
you.
you crap. Yeah, no, 100%. I get it.
I mostly trust you.
Right. No. I'm saying I get.
I don't trust random swords.
No, obviously. And what is it? The tiefling has been very forward so far.
So yeah, I'll pump a little detect magic into that before I grab it. Thank you again. I will put it to good use.
As I said before, there's no thanks needed. You're making this world safe for all of us, and I appreciate it. I'm mostly retired, and so I can't really like go traipsing across the countryside like I used to. I have a little one to look after, and I can't, follow this dipshit pointing at Panama.
Okay, rude, sir. You weren't following me. We were following the horses. There's a difference.
By the way, when you come to the glade, you should come by. I brought Chalky.
Wait a minute. How long do horses live?
Like, depends on the breed, up to 30.
And you walked here?
No, I rode the damn horse.
How old's Chalky then?
Judging by he's like close. He's getting up to like 20, something like that.
That's a long-lived horse.
He's healthy. He's well taken care of. Anyway, moving down the line. Who goes next?
During that time, Joriri did sketch out as well a map to the grove. Because if you do not know how to find it, you're not supposed to be able to find it. She also gives that to Panama as well.
No, thank you.
Well, you have to come and visit your niece.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but absolutely. I wasn't going to assume.
Alright, so who does Nemea give a gift to next?
Let's do Locke.
Lucky! It's time to roleplay.
I've been waiting.
So Nemea like walks up to you and like looks you up and down, and they'll just say, "How goes the hunt?"
Oh, here and there.
I see. Well, listen to me very closely, because this is the thing that I'm about to give you is very important to me. And they reach into the bag, and they pull out. It is a, like, when I say the book is beat up, it is like beat up, like the whole corner singed. There's like all sorts of like stuff on it. It's not like dirty, but it's just like there's like it looks like an arrow hole in the cover, and like it used. And Nami is going to pass it on to you and say, "This is I was a monster hunter by profession for." Almost all of my life, and this book was given to me by my mentor, the man who raised me, and this is everything that I know about monstrosities, all forms of life that walk in not only your world but back where I'm from, and I want you to have it."
I see. You're too kind, sir.
And so, what is it? I'll send you like what's all in that book. But basically, you'll be able to, what is it? If you guys run across like monstrosities and stuff like that, you'll know like what their weaknesses are. What is it? What you can do with them afterwards, like for like potion making, food, whatever,
Right.
crafting, all that sort of stuff.
Who do they move on to next?
Let's do Fel because Nemia's been watching him for a long time.
See?
Are you there, Dusty?
Yes, I am.
So Nemia walks up to you.
My head's kind of down.
What is it? Nemia's gonna switch to Sylvan and is gonna like look at you and say, "Are you okay?"
In Sylvan, I will reply. Generally, no, but as best as I can be. Unfortunately, I do not think I can accept your gift without proper recompense, as it were. He's going to kind of look around the room for a second, and he's going to use his left hand to kind of move his cloak aside as he reaches up for his hood, purposely kind of flashing the emblem on my leather scabbard for Nemia and his wife to see, because they might recognize it.
Do I recognize it?
It's a symbol of the court, correct, Dusty?
It's specifically the Wild Hunt.
Oh, yeah! It's a symbol
Yeah.
of the Wild Hunt.
Oh, you fucked up, Vel.
Oh yeah.
So Nemia's is like within melee range of you, and what is it? Nemia just like grabs you by the cloak and brings you in, and is just gonna say, "All right, now we're getting somewhere."
If you would unhand me, still in Sylvan, I may have information, but again, information is both detrimental and helpful sometimes, and I suppose the gift I give you is a choice.
Nemia there's a long moment where Nemia's like looking at you, but they'll like slowly let go and say, "Well, I don't know a thing about you. How can I give you something?"
My thoughts exactly.
Well, what do you do? Because I do want this information.
I have been traveling with these folk for a minute. They know probably less than you do, so if I may, it's kind of a gift for all.
Well,
I
of course.
also don't generally, I don't really need anything in return. I think it's long overdue, and it seems things are moving faster than I thought they would.
We're still speaking in Sylvan, so Nemia will say, would you like to just keep? Would you like me to just keep going, and then we can do this at the end, or do you want to do it now?
I suppose probably at the end would be best.
Oh, okay. So I still need to give you a gift then. So what? Like I don't know. I'm looking at you and I just see a cloak.
So as I kind of move the cloak aside, you also see a leather belt with a bunch of vials and stuff on it that are all like labeled with different spells. But you see components for those spells kind of in the vials themselves, as if they're ready to go to cast and stuff like that. But otherwise, kind of simple made leather tunic and stuff like that.
Going back into comment. Oh well, that is fantastic. Both me and my wife are very proficient in alchemy and herb lore and all of that sort of thing. Hang on, I have just the thing for you. And Nemi's going to rummage around and in the bag of holding and pull out it almost looks like a briefcase. And say, this will be perfect for when you're on the go. You can grow whatever, and I mean literally anything. You can grow anything in this thing.
I did just post the information.
So, depending on how the rest goes, I don't know how much use I'll get out of it.
Well, we'll see, friend. but you haven't run out of the room yet, so I hope that your intentions are pure.
Bell will simply stash it in his bag of holding and lean against the wall, head down still.
All right. Well, I guess this is happening. Oh, Nimi is gonna walk up to Flux.
I mean, you could do cat first if you wanted.
No, I wanted to do Cat last.
Should I be scared?
Oh no, it's good. It's good.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
It's my favorite gift. Nimi's gonna look Flex up and down, and is just gonna say, "Cleric." Yes. Are you a cop? I mean, kind of, but not like how you think. Well, I don't know. You seem like you've got like shit on your chest. Like you got something going on. I don't know. Like, are you okay? Well, I mean, it is best given like the circumstances. Okay. Well, I don't know. See, the thing was when I traveled with Panama, we didn't really have a healer per se. I was the healer, and I don't know if you can tell from my demeanor, as it goes. Flux just nods. Nemia says, What circle of magic are you at right now? Flux says, I'm about at the third. I feel like I could get up to the fourth relatively soon. Nemia says, So, okay, let me see. Now listen. This is an expensive thing, so don't take this for granted. And Flux says, no. I mean, well, of course not. And Nemia will hand him a vial, what appears to be some very bright gold liquid, and say that you will not be able to cast this for quite some time, well beyond even my capabilities of at the very limits of my casting. You will probably, if you live, you will cast beyond it. But for now, take this in case of petrification or someone breaks your brain or something like that. And Flex just gives kind of a solemn nod. All right, well, there you go. Got that.
Thank you.
Finally, Wizard Nimi will go up to Cat.
Cat is notably watching Nemea with. He's not. It's a little unclear if it's distrust or just very close observation, but it's pretty clear that the exchange with Vel, while he didn't understand the discussion, he definitely picked up on the very blatant body language, aka grabbing Vel.
Aggressive.
And so
yes.
now you can tell he's not very sure what to expect at this point.
Nemia walks up and will just smile at you and say, Hemla.
Out of character statement, can you repeat that? I missed that.
Hello. Hemla.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cat just kind of regards him for a moment. Like, do you often grab people by the scruff of their cloaks? Is a greeting?
Not usually, but when people... I'll let him explain later. I don't like it when people withhold information.
Yes, and it seems to happen a lot.
It would appear. You guys should be more honest with each other.
It's complicated.
Oh, I'm definitely sure. Trust me. I was in the mess once upon a time, but
Ran with Panama.
Yes, exactly. The many stories, but that is not the tale of today. Nimi is looking you up and down and says, hard to place other than you like swords, right?
I know my way around a few blades.
Mm-hmm. And they're not the kind of over the shoulder kind of cleaving kind. So
no.
I think we're in the same boat. I was never too. I mean, most of my the people who work in my kind of field are, the bow kind of people. I like the bow, but I always kind of preferred a little bit more up close. But yeah, I got this the day I met Panama, so I hope you look on it kindly. It's been with me for quite some time, and Nami is gonna pull out their walking cane, and is gonna like tap it a couple times on the ground, and it's gonna turn into a rapier. And say, "Here you go."
Before I take that, what about me says something that important is to be given? Just, you can't deny that I don't look like I've seen civilization as a lifestyle for a long time.
Oh, my friend, I used to live in barns and run across the countryside. I knew how to ride a horse before I could even read. Me and you are at least similar in that regard. And you, every single time that I've like made a motion towards one of your friends, your hand immediately goes to your sword. You have the spirit. And though, I get the sense that you maybe, I don't know, you think of yourself as some sort of like trash can swordsman, but I promise you have the fire inside of you. So I want you to take my sword.
I hope I can use it too. Thank you. I'll try not to let you down. And he'll reach out and accept it.
I know you will not. And for mechanical purposes, it's a +1 rapier.
Thank you.
Panama is being very sweet with the baby, and it makes my heart.
Giving the baby
I was looking at that. I was looking at that, trying to stay in personality for Catabasis, but inside I'm just dying because it's just so ding dang cute.
My heart. For anybody audio, Panama put his hat on the baby.
No, that's so cute. So Nariri looks the group over before we move on to calling out Vel. You all come from different backgrounds. You all come from different places and experiences. But you guys are together as a group, are you not? You need to trust each other, not just within a fight, but with information. I know it is hard, especially after being alone, or being betrayed, or being fey. But you need to start trusting each other for not even just the sake of the world, for the sake of your own mental well-being. Now, with that being said, she turns to Vel. Do you have something you'd like to tell your new companions?
Honestly, no, but what can be done? Val is just gonna kind of stand up straight probably for the first time since meeting him. He's going to grab his cloak and kind of pull it back. And what you see is very elvish features. First thing you notice, he's got his left eye is purple, kind of has shimmers through it like snowflakes. His right eye is a golden brown, and kind of around that eye, you see a darker skin tone. And kind of up around his ear, you see it more rounded than elvish, but also red hair coming off that side of his head, where the rest of his hair is kind of purplish with white flakes through it. As Panama probably already suspected, I'm from the Fae. As the conversation being held here, you can see why it's something I don't exactly like to say. But also, I'm going to kind of flash the emblem again on my leather crevasse. Just so happens I am tightly knitted to the Wild Hunt.
Hands the baby back.
While I did not choose to be here, it seems to be where I am.
Flux will speak up and say, do you work for them?
Works for them as in now? No, I was not sent here by them.
It works for them, and then how?
You may have noticed I have field medic experience. Basically, I tended their wounds.
Are you on the run from them?
Again, I am not here by choice. I am not on the run from them. I just appeared here one day. And you may also notice the deformed side of my face. I'm not fully Fae either. Apparently, my mother was human, and when I was younger, I was teleported to the Fae, and have lived there since. So, yes. While I can promise, while my intentions are not of malice, and I believe being closely tied to them either as the hunt, the side effects are unfortunate, and also, unfortunately, as long as I travel with you, they may be impossible to avoid.
Do you at least know why you showed up here?
I do not.
Right.
The why is
suppose-
because it's about the hunt's about to begin in like 3 months.
There is that, but I believe they would want me with them in that case. And while I don't believe I should say anything, in full honesty, my tie to the Wild Hunt is my father is the leader.
Well, that just got 50 Shades of interesting.
I believe you mean 50 Shades of fucked up.
I prefer not to swear in front of infants.
Oh shit, sorry.
Well, that could actually be either really good or really bad. Depending on situation, it could mean that the leader of this hunt could end up turning against us, thinking we kidnapped his child.
I would not
No
let that
offense,
happen.
I know you're an adult. Or what I'm hoping in this situation is that by some stroke of luck, it could be seen as us being potentially shielded against being targeted in the hunt if we're in the way. If not other things. I don't know enough, but that's my
Being as
that's
your-
what I'm guessing.
all strong individuals, they are definitely going to want you. I may have some sway to possibly make it more of a mutual agreement rather than a, let's say, servitude one. But again, old ways are hard to kill.
And I personally would highly recommend not getting involved with the hunt, as the side effects for mortal lives is very inconvenient.
Yes, but I may be able to work remedies for that. I've spent a long time with them. While I have not done much research on it, I do have 3 months to possibly come up with something.
I mean, it's a backup, but I mean, avoiding it would be very difficult.
Well, and Panama and anyone else affiliated with this, or at least aware of what this hunt can do. Would the side effects be similar? He kind of grits his teeth as he's struggling to admit something. Would the side effects be similar to what one could call a magically induced illness?
That is up for debate, because most of it is. I guess the best way I can describe this is that it's kind of like a drug, right? You get the first hit, you like it, and then you keep going back for more. And much like said drugs, there are side effects to it, but you get off on that high, so you keep wanting it regardless of it. So honestly, it's up for debate. I'm not sure if it would be originally classified as a magical illness, but it is definitely an illness.
A second life, and then waking up from it, not knowing whatever happened, but constantly being shown what happened, and living through all of the pain and deterioration your body took while you were living that second life.
Not to mention the hunt can go on. You could be stuck in that thing for hundreds of years. You'll be displaced in time.
Doraria's gonna turn to Lockie. Do you need help?
No. Do you?
I'm sure I can come up with something if you need to help you, like, get sober.
Honestly, I think that'd kill him.
Where would the fun in that be?
I mean, I have things that could make you get less sober.
That might not be advisable, though.
He'd be spending more money on drinks.
Mia nods as if they know exactly how that feels.
Yeah. Didn't help that we had an alchemy jug.
You mean like Lockie has on his hip right now?
No shit.
They're great, aren't they?
Surprise!
It's a cycle. All the rangers are alcoholics.
Oh, the right.
Hey, hey,
Am I the only one here who
Functional
has played a
alcoholics.
ranger that's not alcoholic?
It's the only thing they're good at.
Hey, now.
Boy, watch it, buddy.
I know.
Watch it.
hey, I'll have you know, functional alcoholics.
Raven isn't alcoholic. Neither is his dad.
That's what they want you to think.
That's what they want you to think.
If Belgos wanted an escape, he'd stab whoever the problem was and leave. Anyway, this isn't
Unfortunately,
about
murder
Belgos.
is not legal.
Alcoholism is. Anyways.
Yes, back to focus.
Hello.
So Riri is gonna look to Vel. Do you know anything about the moon gates, then?
I heard whispers while I was there, but nothing concrete.
I've only found one, and only because I knew the druid. But I know there are more, so do be wary of them.
Bel's hood is back up now, too.
So, where are your group planning on going next, then?
The exact place where the wild hunt is set to begin in 3 months.
How soon are you planning on going?
I believe the plan was to leave here in the next couple days, right?
Oh yes, I believe as soon as possible.
That would definitely be recommended, considering this thing's about to start in 3 months.
Dariri is going to look at Nemea. Do you want to go home?
I mean, that is up to you. We were on vacation, and we got a little bit sidetracked with all of this. So that's up to you. We have a long time till we have to winter down.
Yes, but we could help them get to Escada quicker.
Well, that is true. Again, you're the one that knows the spell, so I leave that up to you. If you want to head back, then we can do that. But I mean, we can always bam. We don't have to teleport and then go home. So
We could go through and then find someplace else to go for a while.
yeah, I think I like that. I like that plan.
So Dariri is going to turn to look at the group. I am powerful enough that I can travel through plants and bring people with me. The grove, our grove, is in Escada, which is where you guys are going. If you would like a quicker way to get there, I can help you.
I mean, I won't argue.
Taxing.
I wouldn't argue with that, as long as it don't put too much stress on you.
Let's not put stress on me. It's only a 6th level. Oh.
She is very powerful.
Well, I'd imagine if she had to deal with you.
As the one who married an archfey.
Oh, so they do now. You bastard.
What do you mean?
Panama.
Hmm?
There are 8 squirrels in your shirt.
What?
I'm summoning beasts, and there are 8 squirrels in your shirt.
Oh, not causing an issue, I imagine.
No, they're just causing enough of a distraction for Flux to cast Remove Curse on you.
Squirrels in his pants?
No, in the shirt.
Where civilized people keep their squirrels.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
Yeah.
just enough. It's just enough of a distraction. Flux comes up behind you and taps you and casts remove curse.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
So, Panama,
Yes,
you have the thing in your
I do.
inventory.
I do have it.
So, you can now
So?
remove it.
Okay.
And the me is looking at you and just says, "Well, was I right? I bet you did have a curse on you, didn't you?"
It's mostly to talk to people, but yes.
So you did. All right, let's see it. Bring it out. The me is like rubbing his hands, like, "All right, let's see it."
I pull out the cultist dagger that was used to stab the priestess all the way back in Evatoria.
It again with the daggers. What the hell is wrong with you? Put it down.
Hey, it is not my fault that cultists are cliche enough to use daggers. I swear
Put it
it's
down.
everywhere.
Put it down on the floor.
Does it do something?
I'm about to find out. Put it on the floor.
All it did was make it a little harder to swing, and also gave me a direct line to Nalone, but that's a different story.
Something else for you to tell us about later. One of the gods here.
I don't take it.
And chaos and madness, if I recall.
Oh, so not the good one. Okay.
Oh, debatable. He's
Complicated.
he's doing his best to reform.
He
I was
is
about to have another weekly session with him. I was going to bring him tea.
That's something I
Jariri
didn't
looks
know.
very concerned about all of this.
Yeah, Flex is looking at you.
Don't look at me like that.
While you're looking away, Namiya takes out his U wand and pokes the dagger and casts Identify. They're not touching it. It's just with the wand.
It's
Well, also, I
just
mean, you did remove curse on me.
Yes, on you. I'm touching it with the wand so it doesn't go to me, and I'm casting Identify.
It's just a standard cursed dagger.
Oh, it's just the ye old curse dagger.
You have a +1 bonus to attack and damage, blah 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 blah. Does give connection to Nalone and be able to speak with him.
I mean, it's not too terrible, but I mean, it definitely is the whole like, oh, you can't let go of it type of thing. So,
I'm telling you, some gods are just really clinging, especially the evil ones.
Flux looks away.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one who thought that.
Well, do you want me to take it off your hands? I can get rid of it.
No, because I'm probably going to need that here in the future.
Okay, all right, cleric. Well, you know what to do. After all that's done, you got to get rid of it. Flux is just kind of like, okay.
Are you wanting to go in the morning then? So I have a night to prepare for it?
It's likely best.
Absolutely. I also need to do my normal search in town anyway, so gives us plenty of time.
So what does everybody do then, as the conversation seems to be winding down a little bit?
Kat's gonna give Panama a look as though trying to gauge whether or not it's getting close to a particular time of evening yet or not.
It is very close. In fact, you guys are not in a public area.
Ah.
So,
Had a feeling this would happen. Panama, you do realize how many questions there's going to be with if
Oh, absolutely.
anyone saw this?
Oh, well, we were right in the middle of the room, so.
See what? Oh, did you guys
Yeah.
that point,
like disappear?
Panama and
Oh, okay.
Catabasis have disappeared from the
World.
room.
It
I can't
wasn't.
wait to hear Demand Doriri's commentary.
Wow,
It wasn't even like a smooth cut. It was a jump cut.
Yeah, just like bit.
Hard sever.
Yeah, no. Mia pulls out a friggin' dagger and is like looking. It's like what the hell?
Do you two want to do that here or in the whispers?
I'm chill either way.
We're fine doing it here.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So you guys find yourself standing once again with Geshta, having a good evening.
Every evening's a good evening. Most
Interesting.
Are you ready for the next person?
Absolutely.
I'll ever be.
So, she leads you both through a large door, which leads to a large, if I say dwarven cavern, does that a specific vibe?
Yes.
Not just a cavern. With various, crafting and other things going on around. And sitting there is a dwarf you've both seen and know to be Valerian.
As per usual, Catabasis politely nods his head.
He returns the nod.
In Dwarvish. Well, good evening.
Catabasis is going to glare at Panama because he doesn't understand this speech.
And a good evening to you as well. I suppose you are here for the line. I've already given it to my champion. Are you needing it as well?
I'm not sure if we know exactly who your champion is.
Travel
So,
with her.
oh. Well, I see no reason. I see no reason why it need be repeated. Then, Kat, do you have any disagreements?
What language was this discussion had in?
He speaks in common except for when he replied in Dwarvish for the first line.
Okay.
So.
Catabasis shakes his head, and then adds, "Apologies for spending your time when it apparently wasn't needed."
No apologies is needed. It is always a pleasure to see those who are on the right path, even if they take it from a strange way.
Life always has a strange way.
Yep. Unfortunately, it's not just a straight path. It's got its twists and turns.
But we make it work. Fine art takes time.
And with that, Gesta returns you both to the room. So while they are gone, what is the mayor doing? Or everybody doing?
Did everyone see them just disappear?
Yeah, what the hell is all that about? Where are they?
Oh, good. It wasn't just me then. That's a relief.
As soon as they vanish, Val would try to go to his room.
Whoa. You hang on there, bud.
Val stops and waits.
What the heck is going on? Where did they go?
I don't have a clue, personally.
Flux sighs and says they're speaking to one of the deities. Wait, what? The Flux just shakes his head. Says they'll be back in a second. I'm not explaining this.
After a few moments, they reappear.
There's a pink flash.
No, another jump cut.
Like it's frame by frame, like a splice.
No,
Yeah, and it's not-
they
it's not even-
reappear,
it's not even
they're
just like a-
surrounded by a
it's not
bunch
even
of
a-
papers.
Papers.
Yeah,
Documancy.
it's not even like a clean jump cut. Now, like, you know that natural movement where you have to move.
No,
It's like those old. It's like those old 1950 or what the fuck is it? Those early sitcoms in black and white where they do jump cuts.
Right.
Like someone moved in between.
And marker.
Right.
Oh shit! The boot mic's in the way.
It's like hits you in the face on the way in.
Ah, God damn it!
Yeah.
There goes the hat.
Cut.
Cut. Take two.
Yeah. Take two. Mia grabs you. Why are you speaking to deities?
Quick question. Did he only grab Panama or did he grab Panama and Cat?
No, just Panama.
Okay, good.
Because I'm trying to help the world.
Well, you know how dangerous they can be. Listen. I have not. You know where I stand on all of this. Again, it's your business, but listen. You carrying around the dagger of an evil god you teleport in the middle of a conversation.
As if weirder things haven't happened before.
Well, okay, but I'm just saying. Just
No. I get it. I appreciate the concern. And it's very much well placed.
So, whatever. Get out of my room. I'll see you in the morning.
You sure you don't want to go for like a walk?
Well, last time he and I went on a walk, he went screaming to the sky and got the god's attention.
Is that how that started?
Not this time.
No, this time we asked politely.
Nami just looks at Doriri.
I do not know. You know I am not particularly religious.
Oh no, I meant can I go with Panama?
Oh. Do you want to take the baby?
Weird.
Panama's got nothing to do.
Like leerily look at Panama and just say just to the library.
Just the library.
Okay, we're bringing the one.
So does everyone go about their business for the night? Then
Yeah, Cat will
I
go to his room.
shop was closed.
Wait, what was that, Val?
I assume the shops are closed.
It's only dinner time, so they're probably still open for another hour or so.
I just want to go to the jewelry shop
Why?
to unload one or two of my gems, so I have
Oh,
spending money.
I did forget about that. Yes, you are able to do that.
Do they have
Just-
anything fancy there? Magically fancy?
Not particularly. They would mostly just have things, like, pearls, ivory. Well, the Evatorian version of ivory, it's not harvested, like, in a bad way. Diamonds, but no, like, magical jewelry at this.
Okay. I just want to sell him two of my gems.
Alright. You can write down take off however much of you want, and you would get a fair price here.
Okay. And then I go to bed.
Beautiful.
Cat's actually going to try and intercept Vel discreetly and not threateningly before he tucks in. But we can do that after we figure out what everyone else is doing.
Sticks a dagger to his throat. I just want to talk.
I don't think Cat is like Panama.
I would do no such thing intentionally.
Uh-huh. Immovable rod in the guy's belt.
Hey, he stopped, didn't he?
It's true. I will say Panama's never robbed anybody.
Nothing is that.
I said Panama. I didn't say Nemia.
What? Now I'm confused. What is everybody doing for the night?
I'm assuming Sasha and I'm assuming everybody pretty much goes to bed. Goes to their rooms. Lucky goes and gets drunk. Panama and
Oh, sorry, no, go ahead. I'm just chilling.
you're just chill. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, sorry, just long week, so I'm greatly enjoying listening to you all, and I don't really have the brain energy to contribute, but I'm having fun over here.
As long as you're okay.
Alright.
But actually, if is Raina gone yet or no?
I don't believe. I think you guys said you were going to send her in the morning.
I know we got her. I know we got her a carriage, but I don't think we set a time. So
She can still be there because why not?
Yeah, I don't remember a time being set. I could be wrong,
I'll wait
though.
until next morning then, because tonight's set. All right, cool.
More night together.
Yay! All right, sorry, but go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You didn't interrupt. You are a player. That's part of what you do. You're just role playing. Alright. So Panama and Nemea would find out that there's not a public library here, there is only a bookshop.
A bookshop is fine.
Like, I look at those books anyway.
Exactly.
Nemia actually reaches into their bag of holding and is going to hand you a small stack of books. Scan these.
Well, I knew I could count on you.
Mm-hmm.
Are they smut?
They're romance novels.
So yes.
No, Mia has class.
You can tell other players that, but I have been told stories. So, the
Well,
bookshop.
excuse me for trying to defend you.
The bookshop is called the Last Quill Bookshop. Oh, and just in case, because I realized I didn't tell Val, it was the Brass Cherry Jeweler. I had to go back in my campaign 1 notes to find that.
Ew.
So then, you're at the bookshop.
Hmm.
You're just gonna randomly scan the books, not even tell. Just be like, nope, scan.
Oh yeah, this is something that we've done before. Namia runs interference and goes and talks to the clerk.
Yes. And to make the baby happy, I will summon a Fey spirit to play with them.
So like the baby's in like a Bjorn, right, on the chest, because it's like literally a toddler, like less than that. Like the baby's like 3 weeks old. So
How old the baby is? It's the baby is dragon tiefling child. It's magic.
Okay. I still summon a Fey spirit to play with the baby.
I'm just saying. So there's this. So it's a very good distraction. There's a very tall tiefling with a half dragon baby, and there's a fae, like a pixie, playing with it as Nami is like chatting with the clerk.
So you would. I'm gonna say with that you would be able to keep the clerk distracted and get the books.
Yay.
Swear to God, I'm gonna have to start making this harder for you.
What the blatant intellectual theft?
Oh, it's gonna get worse.
There's only escalation.
It's cataloging.
Theft.
Cataloging.
You wouldn't download a car.
I would.
I could download a car. I'd do it in a heartbeat.
No hesitation.
I'll download the
Wallpapers.com.
I'd download the patches to fix it as well.
Is there anything anyone else does for the evening, or shall we do time skip to the morning?
Picks up. There we go. I do have one thing.
The Vel.
Cat wants to intercept Vel for a moment before everybody settles in. Private discussion, but I'm fine to do it in this chat. Unless Vel is gonna just dodge him.
Vel?
He's not aware enough to dodge people at this moment.
Okay. So Cat's actually waiting outside Vel's room. And when he sees Vel, he makes a motion to try and catch his eye. He's like, "Can I have a word with you for a moment, privately?"
Suppose so, yes.
Thank you. Your room or mine?
I believe I'm sharing with Flux. We may be interrupted. I'm not sure about your sleeping arrangements.
Flux looks up from the corner of the room and just says, "I can leave."
Don't worry about it. You'll find out eventually anyway.
Flux shrugs. Goes back to what he was doing.
Is Flux
once
in the
they're-
corner whispering to himself?
No,
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Do you want him to be?
No, I mean why would he? He doesn't have any reason to be whispering to himself. No, he's going over his notes.
Okay.
Attacking the spellbook with malicious intent
No, the spell book's filled with plenty good intent today.
today. Okay. So once they're in and the door is shut, Cat will he'll actually move further away from the door. Before he looks to Vel, he's like, I have something you might be able to research that could be helpful if we need to deal with magic-induced problems. If you're inclined.
Possibly, but I can't promise anything.
It's if it can potentially help, it's worth it anyway, and hell, I need answers for things anyways for other reasons. Flux, I don't even know if I gave you one of these yet.
You did.
Good.
It's
And so
being seen.
oops, sorry,
I was just saying, Flex just says it's being seen.
excellent, thank you. And then Cat kind of shifts a little, and he actually does pull out a small knife, and then he adjusts part of his many layers of shirt, and it looks like he cuts himself, but when he pulls his other hand away, he holds out a large, well, somewhat large looking mushroom plate, for lack of a better word. I think I described it as similar looking to a turkey tail mushroom before. And he holds it out to Vel as he puts his dagger away. He's like, it's a long story, but if you look into this, you might find some sort of properties useful for something. And if you need another one, just ask.
All right, that was my first question about their abundance, but don't want to pry. I will certainly look into it. Again, I can't promise anything, but could just be good in a
I can
meal.
get you these almost as no. Don't eat it. Do not
No.
eat it the way it is.
No, do not eat it.
That's
I wasn't planning on eating it. It's unknown to me. Simply
you
a
just
joke.
mentioned putting it in food. Eating one is what got me into this situation. Anyway, if you need more, let me know. I have a constant supply.
Noted. Noted. I'll see what I can find out, but again, no promises.
Looking into it is all I ask. Maybe it could help someone, some unknown thing far down the line. Anyway, you two have a good night. And then he turns to leave. If somebody tries to stop him, he'll stop, but otherwise he's off to his room.
No, I think Flux lets him go.
Val doesn't stop him.
Hey, Cat went to his room.
Alright. Anybody else do anything fun and exciting for the evening?
One note, when Cat cut that off, did it look like there was any pain?
Cat, did it look like there was pain?
Sorry, just double checking a thing here. Brain is not doing the big think, so. It didn't look specifically like it hurt. But there was the very faint twitch to a corner of his mouth, as though he did feel something, but it clearly wasn't. It was either not painful enough to garner a blatant reaction, or he's very good at hiding it.
Noted.
Alright. So, the night goes through, and it is morning. In the morning, Sasha and Reyna say goodbye as Reyna departs to Wakun, I believe.
Yep, that's right.
And outside of the city, everybody meets up at a large tree. Riri looks at each and every one of you. Is everybody ready to go through?
Yeah. This will be the first time traveling by tree.
Did you not have a druid in your group?
We did, but she had other priorities.
Mimi just laughs.
Jariri then proceeds to cast transports via plants. And everybody goes through. You find yourself in a strange... I don't even know how to describe the grove. All sorts of strange magical plants, animals, monsters, plant-like monsters, monster-like plants. I will post a Pinterest link to some of the various things you will see there.
It's called the Grove. You can't describe it. Sounds like LA.
Well, welcome to our home. Now, if you look at the maps and you scroll up so you can get to the southern continents, the one on the left is Escada. To give you an estimate about where the grove is, it is about halfway between the western mountain range and the southern coast. Now, you do know that up in the top left, North Bay is one of the places that had one of the tea set pieces. You know, in the eastern mountain range is where a second one was. And I might have forgotten where the third one was right now. Oh, you sign. So, and then the third one. So you're in a good to pick one of the three. You guys can go to any of the three of them. So.
As we kind of come through and I see all of the ingredients, I'm gonna slowly try to harvest one, but watching the residents' reaction to see if they're like, "How dare you?"
You're going to try and harvest in an archdruid's grove that they graciously brought you to, while she is standing there watching you.
I'm looking to see her reaction. I'll stop if she looks annoyed.
She raises an eyebrow at you and just watches.
I watch her and take something.
I smack your hand.
You know
Okay,
you can
I don't-
ask, right?
Apparently you stop because Panama smacks you.
Yes.
At least
Uh, I'm unsure on the ownership of plants in the grove. I'm sorry. I didn't know if they were claimed or were free for all. I apologize for my insensitive abruptness, or at least for taking.
As long as what you are choosing to harvest is only one thing, and it is not exceptionally dangerous, I will allow it.
Yes, be careful. Some of them will eat you.
Well, you just made this a lot harder if I'm only allowed one thing. What would you recommend?
What are you trying to do?
I don't know. I won't know until I've chosen the ingredient, I suppose.
Are you looking for healing? Are you looking for...
Generally, I let the plant speak to me. What it wants to be used for is what I'll use it for.
The plants speak to you too.
God damn it, Lucky. Dusty, you're making this very difficult.
Yep.
How dare you?
Good. All be sober and unarmed strike to the back of the head.
Well, you could do that, you know.
I could, but I won't, because last time I got in trouble.
You didn't get in trouble, you just got called a murder hobo.
I want that again.
Here, I have an idea. Why don't I take him to the dry storage, and I will get some seeds for him, and he can populate his new gift with a gift bag.
That is acceptable.
And that way, he's not touching anything live that might eat him. As he points over, and there's like what appears to be like a giant like lily that's like hanging out in like a bush, and like it moves, and a whole ass tiger comes out of it.
An ass tiger.
You guys would also know that notice that there are little like fae type plant beings flitting around here and there. So, Dustin, whenever you and I can go through the Pinterest and pick out, I think you can carry 6 in your thing. So up to 6 seeds for you to get. Yeah.
Yes.
So we're not holding up game trying to decide. Exactly. It is Belle's Pokemon.
Got it.
Look at it, Panama. It is like a dragon fruit, but it's a turtle.
Okay.
Look, it's alive. It's like a turtle dragon fruit thing.
Always introduce them to Dandelion.
Oh yeah, no, there's like all sorts of crazy things. There's like a literal lion, but it looks like a dandelion. There's a mating pair of manticore.
Maybe we should give them some privacy.
They're not actively mating like that.
Oh.
No, not like that. They mate for life, so they're like a bonded pair.
Well, yes.
We're a happy couple. We're leaving it there and moving on.
Yeah.
There are slimes, lots of different oozes and slimes of varying sizes and colors. Um,
There's different ethnicities of slime.
so after Val gets their samples, the group of you need to discuss where you are going. The PCs. Figure out which direction you're gonna go.
So
Maybe
it is
just looking
still-
at the others because he doesn't know.
I will
It is
say
still a
North
ways
Bay
off.
is the farthest of the 3 locations.
It is still a ways off time-wise, but do I get any vibes in this area?
Right now, any vibes you get, you can tell are being thrown off by the fact that you are in a protective grove.
Okay.
So ask me again once you leave the grove.
Okay.
You have a vibeless vibe. Which in itself is a vibe.
Well, Flux will speak up. What do we think? I don't know this area very well.
Well, I mean, you also said you needed to gather some items, so I
Right.
can really help out with that.
But that's what I mean, is that there's 3 relatively close to each other, the last 3. So we just need to pick a direction. Either we go to North Bay, the western mountains, or the eastern mountains. Wait, doesn't Flux know there's like a monastery somewhere here?
Yeah, okay. So, if you look at the maps, the 3 locations are North Bay in the top left,
Mhm.
Usain, which is that city near the center, which are by the western mountains, and in that Maravilla mountain range, that large one towards the east, that is speckled with many different monasteries. And it's in one
Okay.
of those monasteries that you're not sure which monastery, but it's one of those ones that
Well, gotta burn them all down then.
Hope that wasn't in character.
Viking intensified.
And it was said recently a town was destroyed. Which one and where would that be?
It would be Otana. That's in the northwest of the continent.
northeast.
Northeast, I'm sorry.
Destroyed is I would say harsh, but I mean, that's kind of what happened.
Hmm.
And has anyone looked at it to try to see what exactly happened there, or is it kind of like avoided at all costs kind of thing?
Well, do you want the read off of everything that I heard?
I don't know if we plan on investigating it all, or we might accidentally run into it, but I think when the time comes, it might be handy to know.
I think it should be avoided.
I completely agree. Besides, we don't. Who's to say if the side effects are still going on?
can't even add my 2 bits because Cat isn't really in the know of all the details, so he can't even be advising where we go.
Yeah, same boat.
Well, I mean, we don't really know. I don't think anybody knows details about any of these locations. Just that which piece is where, right? I'm talking above board.
Above board, to my knowledge, any of you PCs know are the 3 locations. The monasteries in the mountains, the 2 cities. You do know that it's one of the mining captains who has the piece in Usain.
Above board, I just say we just go east. We go to the monasteries, and then just make a straight line from there to Usain and then to North Bay. But y'all interject, however. I'm just spitballing, throw a plan out there.
Straight line sounds effective.
It does.
Right, and North Bay seems to be the furthest, so instead of splitting the difference and going to Usain and then making it an extra long trip, we just go straight east and then just make a straight line.
Seems reasonable. We'll probably get us out of Escada before, the hunt.
That's the hope.
I guess we go for the monasteries then.
So you guys choose to go to the mountains in the east to retrieve the never-ending sugar bowl from one of the monasteries?
Yeah. I guess. It's been a while since I've been out of the monastery anyway, so.
Shut up.
I'm sorry,
I
I
need
had
that story.
No, it's a running joke.
Oh. I don't believe you guys have horses or carts.
You have a catabasis, but he can't really carry everybody.
We get a wagon, and then we'll just travel 2 hours every long rest while you turn into a draft horse.
Let me actually see what the limitations of this thing is.
2 hours.
Wild shape. Yeah, 2 hours. I can use it twice, so we can technically get in 4 hours, and then Cat's just done.
Half a day.
Well, it looks like that's something. Well, it doesn't even something you guys should look into because you guys are continent hopping, so that wouldn't actually be useful.
Yeah.
Wouldn't an airship would be useful?
Yeah, an airship would be useful. Maybe you guys should buy one.
Well, the thing is that each continent only has one landing bay. So if we go continent hopping like we do, and we get an airship, we're only going to be able to stop in certain locations. So, I mean, it's a great idea, and listen, I love an airship, but I think maybe the infrastructure isn't there. Also, what is it? I think Vel's the only person in the party that has any considerable amount of money.
What?
So
Didn't we get $250,000?
We got the was it 200 platinum and split it?
well, right, but I mean amongst 6 people, is the exchange rate 10 to 1 here, right? Right, so a platinum is 10 gold, right?
You guys could buy a seafaring ship. You guys could just start renting them.
Yeah, and who's gonna pilot them?
We lease them.
Tart.
Yeah, we'll go call Tart up.
Just call up Tart and be like,
The
Tart.
magical flute of Tart calling. It automatically summons Tart, or it summons Tart or his wife.
I mean, to be fair, I could send. I can bug every single NPC we've met.
He's done it before.
A lot.
A lot.
Do I need to get a notebook?
Yeah, that might be best.
Alright. So,
Party just all needs to get brooms of flying.
That would help.
Couldn't we just
That'd
get?
be the cheapest way to do it.
Couldn't we just get one broom of flying, tie a rope to it, and have it pull the cart?
It has
No.
it has a weight limitation.
Oh.
And if we just had brooms, we could fly over rivers and lakes easily.
We also don't have to feed brooms.
Yeah. And I think you can put them in bags of holding.
Couldn't you get 4
you know-
brooms and attach it to the cart and have a hover cart?
No.
So
Hilarious, but no.
So what we do is we lash 10 brooms of flying to each other, and then we build like a little like a gun platform on top of it. Wait, we're just making an airship.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
This is
okay.
getting more and more outlandish than with each comment. I'm sorry, B. I don't know what I started.
Listen, we just go to the Underdark, we tame a purple worm, and we lead it underneath Tortuga, and that's how we kill Cainith.
What?
Ignore
You-
it.
you do have a map now to a city within where the equivalent of the Underdark is.
So
We don't need a purple worm.
we use Canis.
I
to pull the
gestured.
cart.
You don't.
Yeah, we get Cainith to pull the cart.
Yeah, good luck.
It's-
Hey, boss, listen, I got 8 gold in my pocket. I need to get to the monastery.
I just had another hilariously outlandish idea.
Okay.
So you know how there's those foldable boats?
Yes.
Is there a foldable cart?
That'd be so cool.
It would be a lot lighter than a normal wagon. Probably could carry at least a decent amount, like a wagon could. Like you could still fit people in it, and it'd be a lighter
Find
pulling
someone to
load.
make one.
I feel like this world
Yeah, well,
badly needs the invention of the bicycle. Well, I mean, if we think about it, there's steam engines, right?
Kinda.
Neil Lazarin.
I mean, why not make a steam cart?
Because magic and technology don't like each other, and you guys have too much magical items on your persons that it would break it. Or stop the magic.
Well, we've got to keep the magic alive. That's what I've always been told. So, I guess the steam cart idea is out then.
Not unless you figure out how to get magic and technology to quit screwing each other over.
Hmm. Alternatively, are there any kind of... Okay, let me actually have a semi-serious idea. Who has a good animal handling skill? Because mine's okay.
Mine is less than ideal.
Is it better than 2?
I got a 3.
Ooh, we got a 3. Any advantage
It's-
3?
Worse than 2.
-1.
Okay. I'm thinking, is there some kind of large native fauna? You know, like large sheep or
That
cows?
would
There's
take
the
too long to
scorpions.
tame.
There's the scorpions.
Something's telling me that's not gonna work.
I wasn't suggesting tame so much as just corral, wrangle. But
Yeah, something's telling me that's not quite gonna work, but it is an entertaining idea.
Val has a frog.
How big is the frog?
Normal
Big
size dog.
enough.
That. And we can't all hold on to the blink dog and use it as a teleporter.
No,
Oh.
you can't.
It's a port key.
So the me is like standing by while you guys are like having this conversation, and you can see they look a little frustrated as they have like a menagerie of like fishing tackle next to them. And what is it? Just says I have a wagon.
Wait, how'd you manage to get that thing over here?
Oh no, not that thing.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's just like a normal, like a regular person wagon, not that thing. Listen, listen. I under threat of death, I almost like stole Chalky. You think I was getting that wagon away from him? No.
I'm simultaneously
Yeah, that's
intrigued and frightened.
You should be.
Excellent.
When you give a dwarf too much time.
Way too much time. A year even.
And a lot of money.
And a lot of money.
No, it's just it's just a box standard, regular wagon. I'll have to look around, dude. I mean, listen, you're not taking Chalky, but I do have plenty of animals around. Maybe they may not be normal. You may get some strange looks in town, but I'm sure that there's something around here that can pull it.
We tend to get
Tend to
strange
not
looks.
Strange
Anyway.
looks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You guys, I mean, you guys look like, I'm sorry. Maybe I've just lived an eccentric life, but you guys just look like an adventuring party to me.
We could send them with a pair of the tiger lilies.
It's true. We could do that.
What do they eat?
Yeah, I'm trying to read tiny text. Fruits and meats. Mostly.
Okay. Good berries for the win.
They do a good berry, yes.
Because we can feed them. Whatever everyone else seems to find best, I will be happy with.
Well, I mean, if you don't need if the wagon isn't especially needed, not too sure about taking the tiger lilies for it though.
Any kind of transportation that uses an animal brings unnecessary needs sometimes. We could simply walk ourselves. There's also the responsibility of borrowing animals that may be in danger at some point.
I don't think endangerment is an issue with tiger lilies.
It's true. They are very dependable. They're very capable. And I mean, what is it? You guys, it can be like a loner until you get to the mountains. And I mean, that's the great thing. You guys are going to mountains. They can climb mountains. You can like leave the wagon somewhere and they can come with you or they can hang out. I mean,
They do know their way back. They are not chained here. They have gone exploring themselves. They find their way home.
exactly. So when the time comes, they can come back. If you guys, find better accommodations or like normal, pulling creatures and stuff like that. The wagon, I can get another. It's not that big of a deal. It's not an impressive wagon. It's just a regular wagon.
I mean, if you're fine with parting with it for a little bit, then
Demi just shrugs. Like the wagon, I have no emotional sentiment towards, and the tiger lilies I know will be fine. They don't, if you guys get jumped by wolves, they'll defend themselves and stuff like that. But if something happens and you guys get teleported to some godly domain or whatever, they'll just make their way back here.
No.
And bandits aren't going to. I mean, look at them.
Yeah, they'd have to be pretty stupid.
Which is why I suggested them over horses.
I'm not opposed if anyone else isn't.
I'm not opposed to it.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds like a plan.
Thank you.
Yuriri looks at Kat and says, "You are saving the world, and my spouse does not have to go out adventuring. Thank you."
I haven't saved it yet, but we'll try. I'm glad you won't have to split up. Not for this.
So they help you get the cart and the 2 tiger lilies together. And I think we will start next session with whoever is going to be driving the cart.
Well, it's a good thing I have land vehicle proficiency.
Yes, it is.
I think. Let's do it.
Riding into town like Prince Ali.
Mighty is he.
With 2 tiger lilies pulling the cart. That's awesome.
Definitely not where I thought this was going, but cool.
Honestly, same.
I expected a bar fight. I'm disappointed.
It was a little
Sure, we'll
scuffle.
find one somewhere.
I can give you a bad fight.
Well, I thought there was going to be a bar fight. I even told Ian there was going to be a bar fight. I even named the event in Discord bar fight.
Well, look at us, just subverting expectations.
How
like
dare
a
you?
boss.
Lucky if you'd like to stop recording if you haven't already.
Oh, okay.